You're listening to the Hustled Up Podcast. We're Holly and Laura, besties since birth, cleaning business owners, multi-passionate doers, and founders of the Hustle Haven, a modern business education and networking collective built for fellow entrepreneurs who crave growth, support, and real connection. Now, we're your go-to girlies for the real side of entrepreneurship. We're covering wins, fails, and the messy middle. So come on in and let's talk branding, booking, burnout, and everything in between. If you're in serious need of tips, tea, total transformation, and that let's freaking go energy, you're in the right place. Grab your earbuds, turn up the volume, and let's hustle up.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to this week's episode of the Hustled Up Podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Laura.
And my name is Holly.
And we are so excited to be here. We are coming at you with another episode that's kind of geared toward the new year again. If you didn't listen to last week's episode, we talked all about our words of the year. Holly shared that her word of the year was steady and my word of the year was intentional. I didn't forget this time. I got it. So we thought that it would be nice to do a little almost round two of a New Year's episode and talk about our goals. So we're going to be discussing some of our We're not going to be disgusting. We're going to be discussing some of our goals for the business. We're going to be sharing some of our personal goals. We're going to get a little raw and real with you on some of these. So just bear with us I don't know. So there's something like sharing business goals doesn't seem that personal to me, but sharing personal goals feels very like you're seeing me without my pants on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you share personal goals, this is not true at all. This is not true at all. Do not take this as advice in any way. This is just me and my insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like when you are talking about your personal goals and you're saying what they are, it's like things you don't like about yourself.
Yeah.
And things you want to change about yourself because you're like not good enough.
No,
Which is
I know.
so absurd. That's ridiculous. Like that's not at all what it means. Like it's really not.
No, it's literally not, which is why we are going to share them with you. But with the business, it's more just like I'm sharing my goals because I'm a visionary and I have all these dreams of grandeur. But with my personal goals, I'm like, I'm fat and I can't save money.
It's like really, I think the other thing with that is that a lot of our personal goals are habit goals, which is very different than achievement goals, which we can discuss all those differences. But so a habit goal is a little more vulnerable because it's things you're not doing that you want to start doing. And it also means that we're kind of in putting ourselves out here to our many listeners. It's also like, okay, now we're accountable. Like if I end the year broke and fat again.
No, literally, I was thinking that when we were deciding what we were going to talk about today, I was like, we should do this because then I cannot come back here next year and be like, I didn't hit my goals. So in doing this, you guys are kind of going to be our accountability buddies in a way. And we would love to do the same for you. But without further ado, we're going to cut to a quick commercial and we're going to be right back in to talk about all of our personal and business goals.
If you own a home service business and you are struggling to juggle quotes, invoices, client reminders, communications across every single platform, the works, you need to stop what you're doing and listen to me right now. Jobber has been keeping my business running smooth for years. I swear by it, and I need to tell you all about it. From managing 11 technician schedules to invoicing to automated client reminders and so much more, Jobber makes my life easy. This CRM has allowed me to truly work on building my business while keeping everything organized instead of chasing down paperwork. And here's the best part. As an official Jobber brand partner, I know I am still freaking out over this myself. I have a code that is going to not only get you a 14-day free trial, but 20% off for 6 months. Just head on to go.getjobber.com/Holly. Again, that's go.getjobber.com/Holly to claim your savings. There are multiple plans to choose from that support a multitude of business sizes and budgets. So what are you waiting for? Get your business organized and get ready to scale with ease with Jobber. Again, that's go.getjobber.com/Holly. Do it today. You will not regret it. I promise.
Okay, we are back. And as mentioned, we're going to be talking about our personal and our business goals. So we thought we'd start with talking about our business goals. And this is specifically Chores and More goals because we have not yet set our Hustle Haven goals. We plan to do so. Maybe we'll do like a part 2 Hustle Haven goals edition in February. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if you like this one. Maybe we'll do a part 2. But I wanted to quickly talk about how we did something really interesting. We actually, because we set our goals every quarter. So some of our goals are for the whole year. Some of them are yearly goals. Some of them are quarterly goals, mid-year goals, what have you. So we were on track by Q3 when we set those Q4 goals that we knew that we weren't going to hit some of them. And I think we talked about this on an episode, but we did actually change some of our Q4 goals.
We did a whole episode about it.
We did. Okay. I thought so. I'm like, this sounds familiar.
Yes.
About how it's okay to shift your goals. So I want to start by saying that it's okay to shift your goals mid-year if you don't think you're going to be able to hit them. Now, what I'm not saying to do is to kind of give yourself an out not to hit the goals. These were very specific number targets we were trying to hit that were clearly not going to happen. So I'm not saying to kind of almost cop out, but more so just to be realistic. And that's what we were. And then we still didn't hit them, but we came close. We came close to hitting some of these.
We did.
We did.
Yep.
Why you say it like that? Why you sound like that?
I don't know.
She's like, we did.
Oh, it's been, it's been.
But it's, I tell you all of this because I'm here to tell you as your good friend.
As your good friend.
It's okay to not always hit your goals.
Yes, it is.
It's okay.
It is. It's okay. It's okay. Yes.
Is it okay?
No, because we still, you may not like cross the finish line, but you get really freaking close to it. And then you're able to assess and reset new goals for a new season. And so that's what we did. So
Yes, that is what we did. And I like our new goals.
And we also figured out, not only did we say like, oh, we didn't hit them, boo-hoo, wah. Why didn't we hit them? Where did we fall short? What do we need to work on in the new year to ensure that these goals are hit? Where do we need to clean things up?
Yeah, we had a super long meeting yesterday morning where we dug through every single statistic and number from the past year. And then we did an even bigger deep dive in year to year. We went from 2023 to 2024 to 2025 and assessed what parts of our business were quote unquote broken and how we can fix it. So don't just revel in the sadness of like, well, it's me, I didn't hit my goal. Figure out why, because then you're going to be able to better achieve your goals in the future, which is exactly what we did. And honestly, I felt so pumped after we did that.
It did. It was nice to know that there are patterns and some things aren't just like due to failure.
Yeah.
It's more so like for example, we learned that for the last 3 years, February has been our slowest month. So when we slow down, inevitably this February, we'll know, okay, this is normal. This is how it's been for the last couple of years. And what can we do to maybe prevent it, or at least not make it as drastic of a slowdown? You know, what cool. And we did. We thought about some new campaigns to get some old leads back on and see if we could get some people back on the calendar. And, we plugged all of this into ChatGPT, who said, it's a good idea to think about systems and cleanup and all of these things during that month, because growth is not going to be like something you're really chasing too hard, because it's just a slow month in terms of lead intake and all that stuff.
Exactly. So let's share some of our goals. We can start with some of the business goals. We have our handy dandy cute little planners in hand as always. This reminds me of, oh gosh, my microphone. This reminds me of our youth, because growing up, fun fact, Holly and I would always buy matching outfits, and every single outfit I had was blue and hers was pink.
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
This does go way back, because now it's always green and pink.
Now it's always green and pink.
During our childhood, it was always blue and pink. Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite color was blue. Like so many outfits that were matching. Like, you know how friends are always like, I don't want to match, it's copying.
No, ew, rude.
Holly and I were like, I want to wear each other's skin.
I'm like, tell me what you're wearing. I will go buy the exact same item.
Literally. I love it. Okay, so let's jump into some specific to Chores and More goals. Okay, so the big one that was one of our goals for last year, but we quickly realized we weren't going to hit, so we remapped, was that we are going to hit the $1 million run rate by the end of June. And this is happening, y'all. Hold my ass accountable. because this is happening. This is happening. And whenever we set our goals, again, I want to, and I know we've talked about this, but I want to remind you, don't just set a goal and then set it and forget it. You need to break that goal down. What is the key motivators behind it? How are you going to actually achieve that goal? So for us, that means that the $1 million run rate would look like $83,333.33 per month. That seems a lot more doable, but it still kind of seems hard.
Still kind of seems a little high. $83,000 a month feels a little high.
Yeah. So we broke that down even further, which means $19,230.77 per week. Still high, but a little more manageable.
Like, okay.
A little bit more manageable. But what does that really mean per day? And Holly and I literally figured out how many working days, so meaning no holidays, weekends, accounting for February being shorter, how many working days do we have next year? And we calculated that this means that we only need to bring in $3,937.01 per day.
That is so cheap. That's so cheap considering we are almost always over $3,000 a day.
Yeah. That makes it feel so much more doable.
Yeah. We just have to like literally like 2 more deep cleanings or like probably 5 more maintenance cleanings would get us there.
Yeah.
Which is legit only like an employee and a half on the roster because we still have openings. So like really it's not that much.
No, it's really not. It's very doable. So you really want to break these goals down to not only make it seem more achievable for yourself, but also how are you going to do that? How are you going to get to the $1 million run rate? So for us, we need to lower our attrition. We need to lose less clients per month. We just need to lose less. We need another rock star employee at least. And we need to pour more time into our marketing and especially more time into our free marketing, which is social media. So when you break it down like this, it just seems way less scary and you're actually going to do it. Because if you don't actually map out how you're going to hit a goal, how in the world are you going to get there? Okay, so another goal, our second goal, was one that we also said we were going to do. Goal setting is so easy. Just carry over all of the goals that you didn't hit last year. Goal setting is so easy. So yeah, we said we were going to do it. And honestly, you guys know, we were so busy last year with tons of things we've already discussed. So we had planned to launch what we are calling Chore University by the end of Q2 of last year.
Sorry.
You want to explain what Chore University is? Because I do think this was your brilliant idea.
So, it's not really my brilliant. Oh, sorry, my mic. It's not really my brilliant idea because I low-key stole it. But they always say that the best ideas are the ones that are stolen. That is a true statement. Well, it's not true, but it's like true. Like nothing is original anymore.
Every idea is a stolen idea.
Every idea is a stolen idea. So anyway, I stole this idea. She knows I stole it from her. But from Beth Eldridge, she was talking about doing Eldridge University, and for her technicians, you guys know her. She was a guest on our podcast last year. And she is a head honcho in the cleaning industry. And that's all I know. I know nothing else. But I was like, oh, I want to do this. Let's see what this looks like. Like, let's see what this looks like. Because in our coaching group, we're given some basic training things for the techs, but it's just, in my opinion, we've outgrown it. It's not enough. And I know they always say don't reinvent the wheel, but this is low key like a whole different wheel. It's like the front wheel on a tricycle. It's like, we're ready for something new and something more specific to our business. Because you can buy training things and all this stuff and pass it along to your staff. But at the end of the day, your business is specific. You built it a certain way. And I just feel like we needed something more thorough and just more comprehensive and something that they can carry with them. So basically, Chore University is a detailed, thorough, comprehensive training program specific to Chores More, which is our cleaning business. And it's going to have modules. It's going to be comprised of video modules. It's going to be comprised of in-person trainings, group trainings, quizzes, the whole 9. And it's going to be intertwined with a employee retention success plan. So it's going to be really good because we are, not that we deal with crazy turnover, but we definitely would like to keep technicians longer than we do in some cases. Some of them stay a long time. Some of them don't. We just want to see if we can improve it. So, we want to launch this. We wanted to launch it last year, I think by the end of
Q2.
June, right?
Yeah.
Or
The end of Q2.
the end of Q2. And we just didn't do it. Like with the move and everything else, it got away from us. So we are prioritizing it. And in fact, we actually mapped out all 11 modules today. So we got started because I feel like the thing is when you set a big goal or like have a big project that you decide to take on, you tend to just look at it and say, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed. Like, what do we do? So this is why we always talk about breaking down the goal or the task or the project. So we knew the first thing was to map out the modules, like outline them and figure out what they are and what they're going to be. And then we said, okay, let's get a date on the calendar to get this done. And so we put a date for today and we took some time and we got it done. And that's the first step. That's the first step. But we're hoping to launch Chore University, yes, no, I'm sorry. I said we're hoping to. That's not correct.
Mm-hmm.
We will launch Chore University. It literally, I even put on the outline, it said launch date, March 30th, 2026. Like it is going live.
Oh, yeah. We even told our techs, we were like, at the next quarterly staff meeting, we are sitting you down. We're going to have a TV in our office by then, and we're all going to watch this together.
Yep.
So now they're going to hold us accountable too.
Yep.
Because they're going to be like, you guys have been talking about this for a year.
Yep.
Where is it?
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Yep.
So, and I feel like putting the date on the calendar to actually work on it is the move, because you're never going to do it. If you don't actually set a date of, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Well, when are you going to do it? What is that going to look like? And it works for us. That is the only way that we get stuff done.
Yeah. If we don't put it on the calendar and or in the planner, we're not committing to it. So that's really the important thing, is to break it down and then schedule it, put it somewhere. And so I'm really, really excited for this because Chore University is going to tie into some of the other goals. It's going to help us get to that $1 million run rate. It's going to help us with employee retention and even client retention, because it's going to boost quality for them. And improve quality. So it's going to be really, really good. And I'm so excited to achieve that goal this year.
Me too. I feel like it's going to happen. It will happen. I don't feel it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's already started. It already started. Yep. We're set. Okay. This is also one that really we put a lot of thought into, because it stems from a goal that we came really close to hitting, but just fell shy. Our goal originally in the start of the year was to hit 225 recurring clients by the end of the year. So that means weekly, biweekly, or monthly clients. We knew that we were going to fall short of that by the end of the year. So we changed it for Q4 and said 200 clients. And we came so close. At one point, we were in the 190s, like the mid 190s. I feel like we got to 194 at 1 week. We were so close. But then, as we mentioned last episode, we have been having some quality issues. We dipped down to 188. So were we super far off? No. But it almost hurts more when you're that close.
It does.
We're like, we're really so close.
Yeah. There were a lot of factors leading to why that didn't happen. And again, things we are addressing in Q4. For example, we were sorely understaffed. So there was lack of availability on the calendar for the last minute Christmas cleanings. Mm-hmm. There was call outs and employee reliability issues, which resulted in loss of revenue. There was quality control issues, major, which resulted in higher attrition. There was just everything was working against us. And it's actually, I'm proud to say that we ended it at 188, given the circumstances that we were given for Q4. Because honestly, the entire quarter was a little bit of a mess, and there was a steady decline for the entire quarter.
Yeah. And we were doing a lot on the back end to try to mitigate those losses as well. We were really working our butts off.
Yeah, we were.
Sometimes things happen, and instead of crying about it, you just move on and you say, okay, what's realistic for this upcoming year? So again, we mathed it. Listen, math is the path, as they always say in this industry.
Unfortunately.
And had I known that, I would not have went into business. I would not have went into business.
I would not be a business owner had I known how much math is involved.
I have a really shiny, cute little cheetah calculator that helps me. But outside of that, the math is a path. So we broke it down. We said, okay, what do we need to keep our attrition at? Your attrition is the amount of clients that you're going to lose every month, whether it's moving, death, quality, something that can be helped, something that can't be helped. What do we need to keep our attrition at? And how many new clients do we need to bring in, counting our attrition? because we know we're going to lose some, right? So we can't just say if we want to gain 62 clients this year. So we can't just add 62. We have to add more than 62 because we have to account for all the clients that we're inevitably going to lose. So we broke down all those numbers, decided, hey, what's realistic, what's a stretch, but what's also attainable. So we came up with the number 250, which I think is very doable.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, I think we can hit it. And we grew by, I think it was like almost 40 clients-ish this year. And that was with systems a little bit of a mess. That was with other big things taking up a lot of our time, like the move and training Sophia and all of those things. So I feel like now that we have Sophia, she's trained, she's handling a lot of the shit that we don't have to deal with anymore. We have the office, it's done. Like now we have Ashley in here more too. We can really work on cleanup and systems and processes and quality control and fixing the things that need to be fixed so that we can grow even faster. Because we had good, like decent growth. I wouldn't call it like anything great. It was
good. We grew by 35%.
35% in revenue. That's actually very good.
We're just spoiled.
When I told my boyfriend that, he was like, that is incredible. And then I told him, I was like, yeah, but we grew by 49% the year before that. He's like, that's an anomaly.
Yeah, that's true. Most businesses, especially the cleaning industry, do not double like that.
Yes, it was. We got very lucky. And I think ChatGPT reminded me that we more than doubled our revenue since 2023.
Yeah, we more than doubled our revenue, and
that's so impressive. That's like actually insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. So, you know, we always say, oh, we didn't hit our goal. We're saying we didn't hit our goals, but like we've achieved great things and it's only going to get better because we're learning what our bottlenecks are. Because when you're setting your goals, you need to address the bottlenecks. You can't just like set a goal and then be like, okay, like I just got to keep growing at like, do you have to keep growing at the pace you're growing? Do things need fixing? Like all of that needs to be assessed.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
And then the last business goal we are not going to share with you guys, but just know that this is one that involves giving us a pay raise to what makes sense in terms of like what we make in revenue. And basically, I want to fucking raise. I want to be making more money. I want to be big baller honey, money, honey. So, and doing this, being able to give ourselves a raise, and it's more specific. You always want to be specific when you're goal setting, but this is going to help me with some of my personal goals.
Yes.
So we can start diving into those.
What a beautiful segue.
I'm amazing.
Gorgeous.
We already know I'm right in everything I do. So
gorgeous. Oh yeah. We were having a meeting yesterday. And Ashley was like, oh, me and Laura were going to meet to discuss this thing. And Holly was like, oh, what about me? Why wasn't I invited? And we were like, oh, well, this falls in more of like what our role is in the company. And she was like, yeah, but everything I say is right. So I have to be there.
And I have all the good ideas.
All the good ideas.
Like
she was so offended that she was not invited. No, you're invited. You can come.
I am invited now because I forced it. It's a pity invite.
You can sit
I got a pity invite, guys. So rude.
No, I just know that you need your time free to come up with all of these genius creative ideas. I didn't want to take your time.
Right. So right.
I know. You're welcome.
ASMR. You're so right. Okay.
You're so right.
You're so right. Okay. So back into personal goals. So the first one, and I guess we'll start with a financial one. And it's specific, but basically, I hate that I'm even admitting this online. I am an Afterpay addict.
You and Steve, okay?
I am a pay in four girly. I am an Affirm girly. My pay in fours have like since grown to be pay in 12s. It's really just not good. It's just girl math tells me that whenever I pay in four something, I'm getting 75% off. It's not good.
That's not true. I'm like itchy hearing you say this because I am like, I don't want to think I have more money than I do. So I need to pay that shit right away.
No, not me. Not me. Can't relate. So the first goal for me is to completely zero out all of my payment plans. So I have quite a few. I counted, but I forgot. I don't have it written, but it's somewhere upwards of like 8 payment plans out right now. And they're all for different amounts. Some of them are like $100, $70. I think one of them is for like $45. Why did I do that? Because paying $12 a month instead for 4 months instead of $45 up front sounded better to me. I don't know. Like that's just how my brain was working. So I'm not allowed to buy anything if I have to affirm it, if I have to afterpay it, if I have to use PayPal, pay in full, whatever. I'm not allowed. Everything has to be paid for up front because my cash flow is suffering because of all the payment plans.
That makes sense. That's a great goal. So you want to have them all paid off, but you're also in the meantime are not letting yourself pay them for.
No,
paying 94.
No, because I don't want to own any anymore.
Gotcha,
so if I keep if I pay old ones, but then get new ones,
right,
I'm gonna never end up with a zero balance.
Right, that makes sense.
So I just don't want them anymore. And I even went as far as to my boyfriend has a payment plan on because for some reason he doesn't have a firm, like he couldn't get approved or maybe just didn't want to. I don't even know. Long story short, he financed a guitar on a firm and it was like a 3-year or 2-year loan. And I told him, I was like, I don't want this on me at the end of the year. Like you have to pay off your firm by the end of the year. It's tied to his card. So like he pays that bill. So I don't even have to really worry about it, but still, I just don't want anything outstanding. I don't want to use it anymore. I just feel like it's not a good idea. I think it is a slippery slope, especially for somebody like me who low-key is a spendaholic.
Right. No, that's great.
I like to spend money. So that's one of my big goals because I do want to be more financially sound. So giving myself some raises will help me pay them off faster. So that is the first big goal for me.
I love that.
So now you guys know. Now you guys know my flaws.
You know my secrets.
Now you know my flaws. Don't judge me. I'm sorry. I like to spend money. And the thing is too, and I feel like this is really important to mention, and this is not just me, this is a common thing. But when you start to make more money, and if you are growing a business, you will eventually make more money. You are going to spend more money. That is just how it goes. Like it's just a common thing. We're in a very like consumer-based society. You know, there's a lot like even online, like influencers are putting things in your brain that you want to buy. And it's just, and with online shopping and credit cards saved, it makes it too easy. There's no friction there. You don't have to get up and go to a store to get something anymore. Yeah. So you just have to be really, really mindful. And this is something that I struggle with. And I'm hoping that me being vulnerable and opening up about it kind of maybe resonates with some of you. But you just have to be like incredibly careful and like keep it in your brain. Like this is, I have to be careful. Like I don't need this. You know what I mean? And some people don't have that issue and good for you, you know, but for me, it's definitely always been a struggle of mine. I think it's literally genetic because my dad is the same way.
Oh, yeah.
So, so anyway, that's goal number 1 for me.
I love that. Well, you got this, girl. My goal as I'm sitting here staring at it, I don't know if I got it because it's a financial goal, but I would like to have $5,000 in my savings account by the end of Q1. I don't know if this is going to happen because I am an idiot and I have back-to-back vacations planned both in January and February. So it's going to make hitting this goal a little difficult, but I think if I'm smart in other aspects, I can at least get close to it.
Yeah.
So it's a stretch goal for sure. And if I don't hit it, I'm not going to beat myself up. But with such a lofty goal in mind, or at least it's lofty for me, you might be hearing me say that and be like, are you kidding me? How is that even that hard to hit? But again, with what we make, it's a lofty goal for me. I have lots of expenses, lots of things going on. So,
plus don't even get us started about the cost of living in New York.
Literally. Yeah, that's a very good point. Very good point.
It's hard. It's very hard. So, and as you know, we are not in the stages of business where we're making tons and tons and tons of money yet. And so I'm not saying I'm like on a week to week situation, but it's not like I'm walking away with tons of extra saving money right now.
Yeah. I feel like people assume, oh, you have a business, you must be walking around with heavy pockets.
No.
It's like, no.
And we unfortunately did use a lot of what was potential profit and put it into other things. Like, for example, this office and our growth coordinator, we had to use some finances beyond our like means in terms of our budget to put into other areas, but it's just going to help us later. So we kind of knew it was an investment, and it's fine. It's totally fine. We'll definitely get there.
Yeah.
I already feel it.
Oh, yeah. Me and Holly, luckily, we're both aligned in the fact that we would rather suffer a little more now and then reap the rewards later.
Yeah.
So like investing all this money and maybe not taking as big of a pay raise now to launch the business forward to make that big Mama Luke paycheck in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Like sugar mama money,
big Mama
honey.
Luke. Okay, so moving on from finances, a lot of my other goals outside of money are related to my health. So I'm going to just share all three in one. So my big goal is that I would like to lose 52 pounds by the end of the year. And I broke that down because that's 1 pound a week. There's 52 weeks in a year. That's 1 pound a week. I feel like that's very doable. In the past, I would be like, I need to lose 50 pounds in 2 months. And that's just not a realistic way to live. At least that's not how I want to live. I don't want to live starving myself. I don't want to yo-yo diet. I want to do sustained new lifestyle weight loss. So the way that I'm going to do that is I broke this goal down even further and did 2 habit goals. The first of which was that I want to track my macros daily. So macronutrients, if you don't know what that is, it's protein, fat, and carbs. We were doing that at the start of last year and we had a lot of success with it, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of tracking and keeping track of everything, weighing and measuring. It's a lot of work, but it really helped me to not feel hungry, but also hit my weight loss goals. Don't ask me how I'm doing on that habit goal so far this year, please. And the other thing is that I want to prioritize movement every single day. And what does that look like? For me, again, I wanted this to be specific. It just means moving for 20 minutes a day, whether that's a walk outside, a walk on my treadmill, free weights, going to an intense exercise class. And I think that if you have a big lofty goal, which again, I think 52 pounds, while it's realistic, that's a big goal. Like that's a lot of weight loss. Mm-hmm. So setting those habit goals to go hand in hand with that larger goal is really going to help me to achieve that big goal.
Yeah.
It kind of breaks it down. It gives me a roadmap of how am I going to hit it. And because it is a habit goal, I don't think it's realistic, at least for me, to do it every single day. My goal is to do it every single day, but I'm not going to beat myself and just say, oh, the goal's out the window if I skip 2 days of exercise. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep track of when I do, when I don't, and aim for as many days as possible. And that's how I'm looking at these goals this year, because I feel like you're the same way as me. We're all or nothing. So normally if I have a habit goal and I fall off a day, I'm like, well, the month is ruined. Just throw my book out the window.
Yeah, no, I'm very bad like that, especially with food. Because I'll be like, oh, I ate a cheat meal for breakfast. I'm just going to eat like shit the rest of the day.
Literally.
That's how I am. I get that way too. So I totally understand. And that's something I definitely need to change this year.
Yeah. And I want to do some more personal goals, but that's kind of what I have so far. Like money and health. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know,
I have, honestly, my goal is my health goal for now. This is a quarter goal. It's not a year goal, but it is to move for at least 20 minutes a day. So I did set it for every day. And it could be just moving. I mean, walking. And I think it'll be easy when it's a little bit warmer out, because then I can walk the dog, and that is also good for her. So that's one of the like what do they call it, like where it's like not the reward, but it's one of the benefits to it, you know what I mean? Is because she'll also be a happier dog because she loves going for walks. Aww. Instead of me just like walking her outside and being like, go pee. So I think that'll be really, really good. And then the last thing I have here is, for now, I didn't finish setting them. So this is the thing I have for now, which is important. And it is also a habit goal. And I have not done it. Not even once. Not even once.
Judgment free zone.
Not even once. I'm just showing you all my flaws.
I'm like, look at Oliver.
Look at me. I am a freaking disaster. Anyway, is to wake up at 6 a.m. daily by the end of Q1.
Wow. That's a hard one for you. If you don't know Holly, she is not a morning person and never has been.
No, I've never been. And I know I've heard different things, right? Like I've heard the whole, like, if you're a night owl and you thrive at night, then like make nighttime your peak time. But joke's on freaking you. I just like to sleep all the time. That's the joke. Okay. I want to be in bed by 9 and I want to wake up at noon. That is just
A sleepy girl.
I'm a sleepy girl. So really, I should probably look into why I like to sleep so much. I should probably figure out like what foods I'm eating that are like messing me up here. But on a for real note, I think that when I was doing the miracle morning, and we've spoken about this a million times, but like I was thriving. I actually felt less tired. Like I would come into work and be less tired than if I slept in, snooze the alarm. Plus, I think the snooze really messes you up because it like is interrupted sleep for like that period of time. So, I don't want to snooze the alarm anymore. I want to leave it in 2025. I want to wake up by 6 a.m. every day. And it'll also give me, like, really, this is one big, like, it would have one big, like, compound effect on me because now I'm just running late. I'm waking up late and I'm just running late. So that's already like messing me up for the day. But if I woke up at 6 a.m., I would have time to like make myself look cute every day, which for me, and I think we did an episode on this once before too, it is so important to me. I find that when I'm feeling good in like my outfit and my body and my skin, I am just performing better in every aspect. I don't know what the friggin' science behind that is, but it is true. I perform better. I'm more productive. I'm more focused. And so I'm able to give myself more time to do that. I'm also able to give myself more time if I wake up earlier to tend to my animals because I have a mini zoo at home. I have my dog, I have my bearded dragon, and I have my Leachianus gecko that all require daily care. So instead of like rushing to let Maple out and not really like spending time with her in the morning and then trying to like force her to eat her food fast because I have to go and then just quickly misting Cypress's tank and then like not even really giving Alani, Cypress is the gecko. I keep forgetting now, I'm getting crazy. And then Alani is my bearded dragon, just like kind of giving her some quick kale and bouncing out the door instead of giving her a proper hello or making sure she's misted and all of these things. It's like I could just really take my time and tend to them and their needs instead of giving them half-assed care. And so I just feel like, and I would also be able to prep lunch, or maybe I want to start doing that the night before. Maybe I need a better nighttime routine. These are all things I really need to like figure out and consider. But either way, I would just have more time. I would be able to like pick out my outfit and like steam it because I hate wrinkles. Like I just can't stand wrinkly clothing. I steam my clothes every day.
Do you really?
Every day.
I
saw you looking at me like I'm a weirdo.
I don't know the steamer.
I have a steamer and it's plugged in all the time because I use it every day.
That is why I will take something out of the dryer that has been sitting there for 5 days and wear them.
You see any wrinkles in there? There's like, well, these are just from me living life, though.
I was going to say, I see a few wrinkles,
You should have
actually.
seen it then this morning, though. They were like crinkly.
See, I would have just put those on and worn them.
No. And you see my shirt? Do you see any wrinkles?
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
No wrinkles.
Beautiful.
I don't mess around. Okay. So I would have more time to like steam my clothes. And there's just so many things like in my morning ritual that I want to start doing and even adding to like I don't know if I want to do a full miracle morning the way it's been taught, but like something like a little morning journaling or gratitude or affirmations or something, or maybe the visualization, maybe there's something to it. So I really want to start doing this because I think that it will just have a better effect on all aspects of me and my life, not only as a like human being, but as under all of the hats that I wear as a girlfriend and a daughter and a granddaughter and a business owner and a colleague to you, like a podcaster, as all of these things. So I know that sounds dramatic, but it's true.
No, it's so
literally
true.
Like it sounds so dramatic, but I just feel like if I can just wake up a little earlier, I will take over this freaking planet. So yeah. So anyway, that's the big goal. I can report back if you guys want at the end of Q1. I'll tell you the truth. I don't lie. You guys know I don't lie on.
Obviously, we're like, we suck. We didn't did any of our goals.
I know, literally. Like we are the most real people I feel like you'll ever meet online because we will tell you when we're messing up. Like we have no problem telling you that because we like to be relatable and vulnerable and just real and raw. It's like it's our brand like at this point. So I can let you guys know. So make sure you let me know. Email, slide into the DMs, whatever you want to do. Let me know if you want to hear, if you want an update.
I want to know. So can I counter ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
So what do you think? Because you said you haven't done it not even once. What do you think's keeping you from doing it? And what do you think you need to do to make it a consistent thing?
I think that there are a few things that need to happen.
Okay.
I think that number one is I need a better like nighttime routine, like a shutdown routine, because I will play like a video game until 11 o'clock at night and then try to go straight to bed when I've been like playing a game and like staring at a screen and it's like making me feel more awake kind of thing. So I need like to wind down. Like I need to just have a better nighttime routine, maybe read like a paper book. You know what I mean? I need to put the phone away. I need to not like scroll TikTok. And the problem is like, I'll say like, well, I'm scrolling TikTok for inspo because like I want to create content. But then I go to bed and I'm like, wait, I should do this and I could do that. And like my brain is just going. So I need just a better like shut down nighttime routine. That's number one.
Okay.
I need to go to bed a little bit earlier.
Agreed.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Like I just need like a 10 p.m. like hard and fast. Like you need to be laying in the freaking dark until I learn how to fall asleep at 10 o'clock. And then I think the last thing would probably be to, and this worked in the past, and that's why I know it would work, is to put my phone somewhere else on the opposite side
across
of the room.
Yep, that does work.
Yeah, it does. It does work. There was a point of time though, and I'm like, I'm an idiot. There was a period of time when I probably wasn't as motivated as I have been, where it would go off and it would start snooze, the alarm would go off and I would get up, hit snooze, bring the phone back into my bed and go back to bed. Have you ever done that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've done
that. Why do we do that?
Honestly, for me, well, first let me ask you, are you like a multiple alarm person? Do you set like a backup alarm just in case you turn up? So for me, what I've noticed, and this is going to sound crazy, if I go to bed with the intent of, it's going to sound so stupid, but if I go to bed and I am like, I am waking up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. I am doing it. I'm going to kickboxing. I'm doing it. It's not negotiable. I'll wake up and I will wake up at 5 a.m. and do whatever I said I was going to do, whether it's work out or do a miracle morning, I will do it. If I set a backup alarm, which I do because I'm so paranoid, like 5 minutes later and then half an hour later, if I set backup alarms and say, I'm going to try to get up at 5 a.m., and this is a conversation with myself, conversation with Justin, like he'll be like, what time are you waking up tomorrow? But even if I do it internally, if I'm like, I think I'm going to try, I snooze it. Whether that phone is in Africa, I'm snoozing that alarm. Like, but it's like what I tell, the story I tell myself, that's what comes true. If I give myself that maybe out of, if I wake up too tired, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go.
You're not going to go.
I'm not going to go. I'm not going to get up.
I am waking up at this time tomorrow.
It's like you have to, like I remember one time years ago, I was like, I'm going to go back to kickboxing tomorrow. I was like, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. I woke up at 5 a.m. There was a snowstorm really bad. And I was like, I said I was going to wake up and go. I'm going to go. And I struggled. I got my car and I went and I was the only one there. But I was like, I'm going to go.
Did they have a class?
Yes, they did.
Oh, that's great.
Like,
that's the most important thing.
No, I know. But like, that's my point is like, I will go to the ends of the earth to make something happen if I tell myself that it's non-negotiable.
Right.
So I don't know why it's like we almost give ourselves a mental out. And with waking up specifically, I noticed that.
I need to try that because, I always have a backup alarm.
Me
like,
too.
If I don't wake up at this time, I'll wake up at this time. And then I end up not waking up at that time either. Maybe what I need to do, this is fun breaking this down for me. Maybe what I need to do is set the same time on multiple devices.
Oh,
like my Alexa can go off at 6 and my phone, and maybe I'll get a friggin' third alarm clock and just really be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's smart. So if one malfunctions, you have another.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do because I also have anxiety about not waking up on time.
Yeah.
So, but I don't wake up on time anyway. So either way, I'm cooked.
I feel you. No, I think you can do it. I really do.
Awesome. I'll update you guys by the end of Q1 and see if I can form a habit. How long do I have to do it for?
A quarter?
I want to do it for the whole quarter, but like at what point does it need to be like a habit?
Oh my goodness. People say different things. I've heard 21 days. I've heard 30 days.
Because like if I'm doing it like, because I might do it like here and there because I might falter in January, but does that mean like I didn't achieve the goal? It's a habit goal. So I have to form it as a habit by the end of Q1, which means that I have to be doing it every day starting on like March 10th or something. March 9th.
Yeah. I think it's like 21 to 30 days makes it a habit, I think.
We'll say March 1st.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
You can do it.
Okay.
You can do it.
I want to wake up at that time on the weekends too.
Honestly, that also is really good for you because I woke up, I was complaining to Holly this morning. I woke up with a massive headache, and the past 3 days I had to get up super early every day. And today I slept in a little bit. And by sleeping in, I mean like 7:15. but Dad was sleeping in and I woke up with a massive headache. And like my parents used to get massive headaches on the weekends because they slept in. There's something to this. There
That's
really
so
is.
crazy.
There
That's
really
so
is.
crazy.
Like your circadian rhythm has to stay intact.
Well, I would like to keep my circadian rhythm intact.
Did I say it wrong?
I don't know. I never heard that word before in my life.
What?
No, I've never heard it.
Circadian rhythm?
No.
You're on crack.
Okay.
I didn't
If
make
you
this
have
up.
heard, no, I'm not saying you made it up, but I'm saying if you've heard that word, leave a
Circadian
comment
rhythm? Everybody's heard that word.
I've never heard that.
Everybody's heard that word.
Well, clearly
Comment
not.
below.
Oh, so I'm not everybody then.
You're not everybody.
I'm an alien.
No, because I do have a tendency to make up words, but this one I did not. This
I'm
is a
not
real
accusing
thing.
you of making it up.
Okay. You've heard of it.
You
I
see how
know you
defensive
have.
she gets, though? Because
Yes.
she knows that she always be making
I
shit up.
do, but this time I did.
She's defensive because she knows she be freaking doing that.
I do.
She does. She does.
I do. But not this time.
I wasn't accusing you of doing
Comment
that.
below.
I was just accusing you of being a weirdo for thinking that I'm weird for not having heard it.
You are weird. All right. Comment the word weird on this episode announcement.
If what?
If you think it's weird that Holly's never heard of circadian rhythm.
Oh, so they're calling me weird.
They're calling you
Yeah, it's
weird.
all right. I give you permission. Call me weird.
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay. Well, anything else to share? Holly the weirdo.
Not right now.
Okay.
I gotta go keep being weird somewhere. I haven't fully set. I have to set more, believe it or not.
Me too.
But I feel like some people probably do it all in one day, and maybe that makes sense. But for me, I get a little overwhelmed when I set goals because I also want to break them down and study them, and it's a time consuming process. Like this is not something where you just like set it down and you're like, yay, manifesting. Like no, you have to like break it down. You have to reverse math it. There's a whole system behind it and a whole set of procedures in order to see how you're going to hit these goals or achieve these habit goals. And so I get a little overwhelmed. Everything overwhelms me. That's just who I am as a person. So I need to revisit. And set a few more, and we need to set our Hustle Haven goals as well. So there's still some goal setting that has to happen. And if you haven't set your goals yet, I don't want you to stress because maybe you weren't thinking about it. But I hope that this episode kind of convinced you to think about some goals you'd like to achieve or some habits you'd like to form this year, and maybe set some goals of your own.
Exactly. And as always, you know that we beg you to share them with us. And we did have somebody, a lovely listener, share her word of the year. And she said her word of the year was abundance.
Love
And
that.
I love that word. That's a great word.
Great word.
Great word.
Great word.
So if you want to share your goals and you want us to share them live on the podcast, we would love to do that. You know where to reach out to us. As always, all of the links are in the show notes below. Please connect with us. We're going to be having some guests come on soon. Don't worry. We're going to have guest episodes. If you want to be a guest on this podcast, reach out to us. We're always looking for new people to connect with. And until then, we'll see you next week.